Welcome back to the channel. Please like and subscribe. I wanted to start it off, so we're going to be a little goofy, have some fun. Welcome back to Disaster Garage. I'm your host, Duck and Cover. Anyway, guys, old tank is out of the truck. We've been getting parts. Once again, you can see, guys, this sending unit is old and crusty. And matter of fact, I believe the return was leaking. So was another part of it. So we're going to fix that. We've got a brand new Fleece Performance Engineering sending unit. You should see this bad boy, guys. That is one heavy duty, beautiful head unit. So sending unit, I should say. We have I've been soaking the drive shaft U-joints with PB Blaster so they'll come out easier. I'm off today, guys. It's a weekday. Normally I had things I had to do, so this isn't going to be the full video. This is just a teaser to start off. One of the things I don't know if I'll be able to show you today, guys, but this is goes into when you're doing a large project, take it in steps. Try not to rush. I'm trying to rush sometimes too, guys. Try not to. The cradle, and I'm calling it a cradle, it's more of just tank straps, but it's a cradle to me, has broken on my truck. And it's going to be tough to show you guys this, but I'm going to. As you guys can see right here, the rivets have pulled through. Okay? So it's not a big deal. Whoop, let me turn around so you can see my face. How about that, guys? It's not a big deal that they've pulled through. I'll drill them out. I just sent the son, he's off today too. I sent him to go get me some stainless steel pop rivets, and that way we can rivet this back together. It's not a necessity. I mean, it would be best to have it in order because it does give it strength, and with being a larger fuel tank, it is probably a necessity, but we're tackling it. And I just wanted to get this out of here, guys, is doing the prep work, because I'm going to paint that, paint it black so the whole underside of the truck is black. Doing this prep work beforehand and trying to have all my parts in order, ready for a project, has saved me a headache on Saturday of running into this issue now and then going, oh, now I got to take an hour or two to fix this. I can fix it today and be ready for Saturday, because Saturday it's fall, guys. The tree leaves. One of my trees is bare. It's coming hard and fast here in Utah, guys. So I'm wanting to get this done. I've been just roto reeling this real quick. It's steel. It doesn't have to be pretty. I'm just going to paint it just to help slow down. There's not a lot of rust on it, luckily, but the spots that do, we're going to encapsulate it, paint it black, and just slow down, because Saturday is going to be a busy day. I got a lot of things to film for you guys, and Saturday is going to be here pretty quick. So once again, keep watching. The next couple segments, we're going to work on the drive shaft. We're going to put new U-joints front and rear. We'll explain some of that. I'm going to do it both messages, or I'm going to try to do it both messages. I've got to double check to see if my ball joint press is small enough for these. I believe it is. And the vice press type. Now, I will say this, guys, and I'll say it again when we get to that segment. Aluminum drive shafts are very expensive to replace. I recommend having two people working on your U-joints on your drive shaft. One to hold the drive shaft, one to use the tool. Trust me, these things are long, they're expensive to replace. If you dent it, if you bend it, if you do anything wrong, there's no fixing it. Okay, there's none. It's thousands of dollars to fix these things, guys. It's not cheap. So, on to the next segment. It should be coming somewhere over, over my shoulder. I don't know. But guys, once again, thanks for watching. Wait for the next segment. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are working on putting in the big Titan tank today. So, on our strap cradle, there are two spacers that go up to the frame. Problem being is there used to be a little rubber or plastic grommet that would hold your bolt in, but that has since worn away in time. So one of the tricks you can do is take black tape, run it around, mark your holes, make sure they're centered, and then the black tape will hold your bolt while you're putting it up there. So, just another quick tip and trick. See you in the next segment. Like I said, we're putting in the big boy. I'm gonna show you the top of that before we put it in. We're having to cut a bunch of lines. This is a long, all-day thing to do, guys. It takes about 5 hours to get the tank out. Takes about 3 to 4 hours to put it back in, cutting the lines, making sure everything works and fits right. I'm modifying some of it, not modifying other parts, so it takes a little bit longer this way. Please like and subscribe. Wait for the next segment. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So these are the AN push lock barbs. They do not require a clamp, and they're good up to 300 psi without a clamp. So these are really handy when you're doing these, because the fuel supply on these is only between 8 and 25 pounds. They say 8 and 10, so let's just double that to 20. You'll never need a clamp with this stuff, guys. So we messed up. This is too short. This end, we tried to use it, putting the tank up. It won't fit. It keeps hitting it. So I'm actually going to have to make a loop with it and then come back in. So you cannot use a razor blade on these push locks. It will gnar it and ruin it. Now at our low pressure, it probably wouldn't matter, but anything above that, once again, if you nick it, it's brass or aluminum, it actually makes a slit in it, and that's where pressure can escape. So the way you get one of these off, if you've made a mistake, is a soldering iron with a sharp end point. Basically we turn it into a heated razor blade. So what I like to do, especially on like a 180, I will cut it here, and this should come right off. Watch your fingers, watch your hands. It takes a little bit, guys. Because my razor blade, or my soldering iron, is not that good, to be honest with you guys. It's been a long time, and this, I may have to go get a different one, guys, because this blade just is not as sharp as I'd like it to be. And like I said, it takes a little bit with this. The main part is try to get it up here at the knurl. And like I said, we are cutting through it, guys. It does take a little bit. But once again, you cannot use a razor blade or it will ruin your barbs. Now, some guys use a lot sharper blade. This is what I have available, guys. I have done this in the past and it does work. It's just slow. But I can feel it working its way through. Just like that, guys. Like I said, just heat it up, and now these barbs, as you can see, no damage. They're ready to, that fitting can be reused like proper. And like I said, guys, do not use a razor blade. Wait for the next segment. We're going to show you how to put the barbs on the hose. Please like and subscribe. Welcome back to the next segment. Now we're going to put on new ends. We're reusing the ones that we took off. So what I have done is I bought an AN8 male end. Now putting it in the vise like this will mar it, but it's not for the truck or anything. It's strictly for putting things together. So what I like to do is I just thread this on hand tight, and that way the barbs don't move. Okay, guys? And on this, you take just a dab of motor oil. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, guys, one thing we were told to do is you're supposed to clean out your hoses. Let's go do that real quick. Luckily, it is a quick thing to do, guys. So, take an air pressure, stick it in the end, hold it with your foot, I like to double back. There, all the debris is out. Actually, when I finish making these, I'll probably air it out one more time. So, once again, guys, just a dab of oil, motor oil, right here on these threads. Doesn't need a lot, just a dab, guys. You don't need to get your hands all greasy or oily, okay? So, you take your end, and these are pretty squarely cut. You take it, and it just pushes right on, just like that. There you go, guys. Once again, guys, this is what they call the Jiffy push hose 1/2 inch. Okay, guys? I know you might not be able to see that, but this will hold 300 psi without a clamp. That's for building a hose for your diesel trucks, guys. This is the way to do it. Quick, easy, no clamps involved. These fittings are relatively cheap. Amazon has them. Now, my local supply, Elevated Hose and Supply in Grantsville, Utah, these were $7.07 each. They're brass. They're a very good fitting. Once again, a big shout out to Elevated Hose and Supply in Grantsville, Utah. Please like and subscribe. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Please like and subscribe. I'm a dirty mess, and I'm nowhere close to getting this tank done. We have been at it since 10. It is now 2. That's 4 hours. We do have all the lines done. I cannot get these tank straps in. I'm just about ready to cut them and do them as second instead of a cradle, because I don't know how they do this. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's pissing me off like you would not believe. As you can see, I'm just dirty in face and full. Just, ugh. It's only like 40 degrees out here. I'm on cold concrete, and it's zapping me. I got to have this truck done. And it starts raining tomorrow and snowing. And I can't get the tank straps in. I just wanted to let you guys know that none of this is going as planned. If you do this, it's probably best to have an installer and pay the $500. It has not been fun, guys, at all. It is a major monster headache. Doing it on concrete without a lift is just, I can get the cradle under there, I can get the tank under there, but it takes like 6 hands to get any of this stuff up there, and your hands have to be this big. So I will update you here in a little bit, guys. Please like and subscribe. Watch for the next segment. I'm sure I'm going to be even dirtier. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know you're kind of off in the distance, but I just want to show you this real quick. We're getting ready to do the drive shaft here to put in some new universal joints. So I like to, especially with the aluminum drive shafts, work on some sawhorses with some wood. That way it doesn't dent or damage the aluminum tubes, because they are expensive to fix, guys. And I put in some wooden cleats on each side, just one screw, just to hold this so it can't water, so I can walk away and I don't have to worry about this accidentally falling on the ground. Wait till the next segment. Please like and subscribe. Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Please like and subscribe. This is the next day. We have spent all day. We got the tank in. We got all the lines plumbed. We're filling it with fuel right now. We had 10 gallons in it. It started. Of course, that was what was left in the system. I couldn't hear the pump primed, and before I could turn it off, it died. We put, like I said, we're at 10 gallons, and it will not prime. So, either, the only thing I can think of is maybe we have a loose suction line. So we will have to go through and check all the lines, which means taking the drive shaft back out, possibly dropping the tank again, and now it's full of fuel. So check back next week, but I do want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe.
Welcome back to the channel. Please like and subscribe. So I want to start the video off apologizing. We lost a lot of the footage for this, guys. Almost all of the under the truck stuff didn't turn out very well. I'm still learning the camera thing. My son usually does it for me. He's a lot better, but I was doing a lot of this on my own. I lost audio on some of it. I lost some of the videos. I don't know where they went. But I am still learning. I'm still trying to get this stuff out to you guys. That being said, we did finish the truck. We got the fuel tank in, got it hooked up to the Fass system from the Fleece SureFlow. So, some things, like I said, how do I word this for you guys? Some of the stuff that we did are definitely not OSHA approved. They're not safe, but we did it to get the tank in. Getting a Titan tank under your truck is tough, guys. You have to lift the truck up somehow. If not on ramps, the best is a lift. So I would seriously recommend, after doing it myself, if you're not very mechanically inclined, or you're at that level where you're like, I need the truck back in a couple of days, I would send it to an installer. That's just my personal opinion, guys. Would I do this again? Probably not. Depending on what the scenario was. If I got a lift in my shop, then yes, I would do it. That makes the job easier. If you're on your concrete driveway or gravel one, it's going to be tough, guys. No lie about it. Nothing wrong with the Titan tank. We have filled the truck up, filled perfectly the first time. We put about 15 gallons in here in the driveway, drove it to work. No stutters, nothing like that, so it's not sucking any air anywhere, so we're good there. All the lines seem to be tight, no leaks. Filled it up, and it right up to the brim. It never used to do that. It would always burp at about 10 gallons, and it'd say, okay, we're done. And you would have to sit there and click and click and click, and it would take another 10 gallons. So the vent lines are done. I may have one vent line I need to fix, but that's something I can do this weekend, or at a week or two down the road. So the Titan tank is working flawlessly. That being said, there are some upgrades to the Fass system and to the Fleece system that if you decide to go that route, that you need the plan on. I think it makes it simpler. So let's talk about the Fass system real quick. Very good system. I have no complaints about the pump itself. Some of it is the install stuff. So right now, guys, they are sending this female quick connect, okay? That is replacing this metal one, okay? This is the quick connect. Comes off the Fleece, but this is what is also on the truck. On the what goes to the engine, and this slides over this and clicks right in here, and that's the quick connect. There's an O-ring in this part. The problem with the plastic one, it broke. So that did me no good. So, is it a good system? Probably. Did I probably get a bad one? Probably. But when it broke, I had to go a different way. I replaced where these two connect is either your Fleece system to the pump, and then from the pump, of course, to the engine line. The engine line I replaced with a clamp. You can find them on eBay. Amazon will probably have them shortly. But anybody that's worked with a hot rod knows about the LS engine swap stuff. It's got a horseshoe. And then you slide it over with the horseshoe over this little bit right here. The horseshoe goes over this. You clamp down on it. Now you have an A-in fitting, and it doesn't come off. Basically, it permanently attaches itself. That is my recommendation to everybody. Get rid of a lot of this push stuff, because not only that, now you don't need a tool if something goes wrong with that line, you got an AN fitting. The same with the Fleece. Now, we're going to stick with the Fass system real quick. They do send, with your Fass system, this return fuel line system where you have to cut your fill neck and put this in there and then run a hose to it. If you're using the Fleece product, you get rid of this, so there's no cutting of your hose, and it's a cleaner install. I do recommend the Fleece because they actually do send you both adapters for the top of the sending unit. They send you one for your return and one for your send. So you get rid of the push lock system, guys, the quick connects. You just do all AN fittings, so you know where you're at. That being said, the only issue I had with Fleece is I called them. I'm a very technical type of guy. I was like, is there a torque spec for your adapter into the head unit? No one called me back. So they do have a gasket, a rubber O-ring. So it's crank it down until the gasket is, tight. So that's something, if you over tighten this and ruin that O-ring, you'll have to get a new O-ring. But the good thing is this is a standard thread. I think it's 3/4 by 16 threading. So it's a very standard adapter in the hot rod industry. So that was easy enough to get. The only quick connector that I left on the truck was the factory one from the fuel return from the fuel cooler on my truck, or GMC, to the tank. That didn't need to be replaced. It was already sized. To get fittings and all that would have been about $30 to $40, and it's not necessary. Once again, I would love to have done it, but the project didn't require it, and once again, it becomes a hassle of buying parts. That's all it was for me. Less parts to buy, cheaper the system. Now, that being said, guys, the Fleece system is roughly $450 to $500, depending on where you buy it and shipping. The Titan tank is about $1,800, and I haven't priced out the Fass system. The Fass is over 8 years old, but if our memory serves me right, guys, plan on about $800 for one of those. So it is a costly system put in your guys' truck, but once you're done with it, I think you'll be extremely happy. So the only issue we had is I had planned on only putting in 5 gallons and seeing if the pump would suck, and I didn't realize I had that loose fitting. That way I could tell where the fuel line would have been. It did show up on a fuel gauge, so I'm pretty sure you could probably suck to probably about 5 gallons. I don't know if you'll be able to suck much below 5 gallons, depending on what you're doing. Especially if you're doing extreme angles, it might not work out too well. The Fleece system is a nice system, guys. The fuel return goes right back into the bucket. So that hits that, comes right back into the engine, gets repolished and sent out to the engine. So it's not being dropped somewhere else in the tank. It's being dropped right there. The other reason I went with the Fleece system is I didn't have to cut a hole in my tank. I didn't have an outside line to be cut, because when we went to drain the first tank, we literally cut the line, brought over a couple gas cans, and we drained the tank. In today's economy, and the turmoil we're in, there are thieves, guys, and if you give them an easy, they're going to take it. So this just makes it harder to where they have to drill the tank, crawl under the truck, stuff like that. In hindsight, I did buy some extra fittings. We'll probably keep them, but like I said, if guys, you're going to do the Fass system without the Fleece, and you're doing the fuel return line into your 2-inch hose like this, I suggest spending about the $30 to $40 and getting rid of theirs. They make one that has a bung on it. So you could put in one of those AN adapters, and then you could do a 90 degrees off that. It would clean up the install quite a bit, because you could put this here, and because of the way most of them are facing, the return is facing the front, so you could turn this towards the front of the truck and just the hose comes right to it. That would be my only gripe about this system. As you can see, guys, it's got some rust around it. So it's been sitting there. You can see where the hose was on it. You can actually see some of the rust lines. So this is where it was clamped. Okay. So that being said, I mean, you don't have to. These are just my recommendations, and who am I but some guy on YouTube giving suggestions. I think that's what we all do, right, guys? So, in hindsight, it worked out really good. Just remember, guys, I don't know if I posted this, but on these barbs, guys, just remember, do not cut these push locks with a knife if you're going to reuse them. If you've made a mistake on a line, use a soldering iron. Worst case scenario, guys, go in, get a old butter knife, heat it up with a propane torch, cut this thing off with the heat. Do not cut them. So, what did we learn? We had to buy some new tools. The wife wasn't ecstatic about it, but it got done. The truck is done, and it runs good. So, I would not do this without a lift, guys, once again. This is definitely have to lift stuff up. Follow the instructions. The instructions are excellent on both of them, but if you're doing all three of them as one, you're going to have to kind of go through the instructions and go from one to the other and back again a couple times to make everything fit. I thought about doing my own instruction on it. I still might put that out because I know where, in my head, I know where I went from one, okay, I got to do this. Now I got to go do their thing. Now I got to come back to this one. Now I got to go do the third one and come back. So that being said, guys, it is a tough job on a driveway. If you've got a lift, do it. I highly recommend the Titan tank. Double the range. I don't have to worry about running out of fuel when I go driving. I can fill the tank once a day and be done with it. I don't have to worry about fuel out in no man's land. I live out here in Utah, guys, for those who don't know. And sometimes when you're driving out here in Utah, Montana, Wyoming, the nearest gas station it could be just a little town, population of 50, but the fuel is going to be really expensive, especially diesel. We're talking $6, $7 a gallon in some places of California. If you can bypass those and get down to a $5, you're better off. And that's the only reason I bought the Titan tank. We've had it now for 8 years. We do not regret the tank at all. So, and that being said, I do recommend the Titan tank. I do recommend the Fleece SureFlow. Fleece does have some of them that get rid of the tank or the fuel pump, which is the Fass system. But I do recommend Fass. But I would want to use all three of these in a combo. It's tough just doing one at a time. You could, if you wanted to and didn't want to do a lift pump. Fleece actually offers a lift pump. So there's a lot of options for you guys, but do I recommend them? Yes, I do. Maybe next year I will do a review, let you know what I think of the system so far. If I've put the system together, shouldn't even notice it was there. So other than that, you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching. We truly appreciate it. Right now, as of this recording, our subscribers are 419. It still amazes me that I do that, and I hope some of the information that I give you guys is taken with a grain of salt. Yes, this is information. I'm out there working on a car, and I'll tell you what I have done. That doesn't make it gospel, guys. We did have one of my shorts. The guy was very upset that I mentioned that I wallered out a hole to put in a rivet. He was an aerospace gentleman. Well, that's fine and dandy for the space shuttle to be perfect. We're out here in the sticks, guys. Sometimes we can't be perfect. I wish we could, but things happen. Like I said, take everything with a grain of salt. I'm not so humble that I can't say I'm wrong. There have been times on this channel I've been wrong, and I've corrected myself. That's part of being a YouTube creator, is being able to have fun, create things for you guys, but also step back and say, man, I was wrong on that. So once again, have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.